Hey there, it is the start of week 11 of my Bupropion journey. It should be a very interesting week with several interesting updates. In fact, right off the bat, we'll be talking about the end of my Metabolism Reset Diet and also what my provider said today. So let's get started. Greetings, it is the start of day 71 of my Bupropion journey. And some interesting things are going on today. First of all, I met with my provider. And the provider wishes to keep me on the 300 milligrams of bupropion for the time being. However, she wants me to try something in 3 weeks if bupropion still is not hitting on my executive functioning issues, and that is guanfacine. I believe that's how you say it. She's going to give me the lowest dose of that, 1 milligram, just to start. And we're going to see if these two medications combined can help. However, if I see that the bupropion is helping with my executive functions, because sometimes this takes time to really work, then she does not want me to take the guanfacine. So that's where that stands. The other news, I have completed the Metabolism Reset Diet. So I thought that I would share the results with you as I hit the microphone. Sorry about that. All right, here's the results. This was a 4-week diet, and my weight loss went from 227 pounds to 212 pounds. So that's a loss of 15 pounds, which was nice. My waistline went from 43 to 40.5. So that's a nice loss of 2.5 inches. My BMI went from 30.1 to 28.0. My body fat went from 31.7 to 30.7. And finally, my blood pressure went from 123 over 85 to 119 over 82. And that number's even after my blood pressure medication was lowered. So this diet did wonders in a number of areas. It greatly lowered my blood pressure. It helped me lose a lot of weight, which is probably why it lowered my blood pressure. So I'm very happy with the results, and I hope this new, healthy me will help with other issues. However, when I started the Metabolism Reset Diet, I said I couldn't wait till it was over because I was going to eat a pizza. Pizza is by far my favorite food. But the amazing thing is that now that the diet's over, I don't have that same craving of, I got to rush out and get a pizza. Yeah, I'm going to have it, but probably not, for maybe a week or so. And it'll probably be a more healthy type pizza made with cauliflower crust. So that's interesting that it got rid of those pizza cravings. All right, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Greetings, my friend. It is day 72 of my Bupropion journey, and over the last 24 hours, I've had no benefits and I've had no side effects. So we're at day 72, and I'm thinking, wow, I've done this for 72 straight days. And it's going to be a little bit of a while until Guanfacine is introduced, possibly, into this whole mix. So I figure that it might be a good time to maybe take a break and only do some updates when something new happens. So what I'm going to do is we'll have an abbreviated week here. I'm going to go till day 75, and then day 75 will be the final day. And then any videos thereafter will just be updates based on any new information or anything new that happens. And what this will do is this will free up some of my time to make some other videos for this channel, including what my story is, how I found out I had ADHD, and what it's like living with a spouse who also has ADHD. We'll be covering all those in this channel, so be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Greetings, it is day 73 of my Bupropion journey, and over the last 24 hours, I've had no benefits and no side effects. And that's really all there is to tell. So how about some ADHD humor? Okay, here we go. So you have ADHD when you say, okay, I'm going to focus for 5 minutes. And suddenly 30 minutes later, you're an expert on how jelly beans are made. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey there, it is day 74 of my Bupropion journey, and over the last 24 hours, I've had no benefits and no side effects. So tomorrow's the last day of my daily updates before we go on hiatus, because basically until something new happens, all I'm doing is saying no benefits and no side effects for every video. I don't want to waste your time or mine, because there's other videos I could be making for this channel. I did want to, though, briefly say, as you probably know, there are many famous people, famous celebrities, and successful people who have ADHD. In fact, Emma Watson is an example of one individual who has ADHD, and she's had tremendous success from Harry Potter onward. It just goes to show that just because we have ADHD does not mean we can't be successful. In fact, it may even help us be successful. See you tomorrow. It's day 75 of my Bupropion journey, and over the last 24 hours, take a guess, no benefits and no side effects. So as this is day 75, our daily update journey is now coming to an end. From now on, you'll only get updates when something happens. Whenever I have a side effect or whenever I have some sort of benefit, I'll be sure to update you. In about 2 weeks is when I go on Guanfacine. That will be added to the mix with Bupropion, and let's hope that it tackles executive functioning. So what did we learn in the 75 days? Well, early on, we learned that Bupropion 100 milligrams tackled 3 of my issues. They weren't executive functioning issues, which I really want to tackle, but they were 3 key issues. And that was 1, it gave me a low sustained energy. 2, it cut down on impulsivity. And 3, it cut down on cravings. And those have been great benefits that have lasted the whole time. Outside of day 53, Bupropion never tackled my executive functioning issues. And let's hope that when Guanfacine is added into the mix, that it works. We'll see. Thank you again for joining me on this journey. Please subscribe to this new channel. There's many other types of updates coming to the channel outside of just Bupropion, and I would really enjoy you being a part of this journey. I want to leave with something that I read in an ADHD Facebook group that I belong to recently. It's humor. I hope you enjoy it. All right, here we go. My wife just screamed, "You haven't heard a single word I've said, have you?" What a weird way to start a conversation. Thank you very much for being a part of this journey. We'll see you soon.